Hi guys, it's Jess, welcome back to my channel, and today is Tuesday, which means it's Top 5 Tuesday. So today I am going to be talking about the top 5 books that I am most excited to read. Some of these books have been out for a while and some of these books are yet to come out. So without further ado, let's delve straight into it. At number 5 is Dark Matter, a Ghost Story by Michelle Paver. Now this book I picked up in a charity shop. I knew nothing about it. I just thought this sounds really cool, and when I looked at the reviews for it on Goodreads, I'm just excited to read it now, and I don't know how I've held off reading it for so long because wow. It's set in 1937 and we follow this poor and lonely guy called Jack who gets given the opportunity to join an expedition to the Arctic. When he gets there, everything's fine, it's going really well, but then one by one, his teammates start leaving the base. And he has some suspicions of what might be going on, and these goings on are probably a little bit spooky. The reviews have been people saying, oh my gosh, I can't sleep, I can't put it down, I'm scared to look out the window in case somebody's jumping out at me, this is terrifying, this is the best ghost story I've ever read. So obviously I really want to know if it is the best ghost story I am ever going to read. I've been trying to wait until October to read it, just because that's spooky month and I love reading these kind of things in October, but I don't know, I might have to pick it up sooner than that. We will see, but I am so excited to read this. It looks really interesting, and there's some like photographs in there, black and white photographs that just make it look really spooky. I hopefully will be picking this up soon. At number 4 is Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. A Song of Ice and Fire is my favourite fantasy series of all time. I absolutely love Game of Thrones, even if last series was a little bit disappointing. But Fire and Blood is pre-Game of Thrones. It follows Aegon the Conqueror, who created the Iron Throne, and the generations of Targaryens that have fought to keep the iconic throne in their family ever since. I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of Targaryens. I'm more of a Lannister lady. Fight me. But it sounds really interesting. I know a few people who have read this already and they absolutely loved it. It's got illustrations. It's like, what I love about George R.R. Martin is that he is so in depth with his world building. He just captivates you and draws you in and makes you believe that this world actually exists, because he just writes such incredible characters and history for them. So I am super excited to delve into this. It is, I think it's like 700-800 pages long, so it's going to be a bit daunting, I think, to read it, because I don't tend to read big books that much, but I'm going to sacrifice my time and money for this book eventually. At number 3 is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book has been out for a while and I don't understand why I haven't picked it up yet, because it does sound like something that I would read. I listened to the audiobook for Daisy Jones and the Six last month, and that was when I really began to understand why people like Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really fell in love with her writing style. She has such a unique way of creating interesting and complex characters that you really feel for and can relate to. And I want more of that, so I'm really excited to read more of her stuff, and I've heard so much hype about The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So yeah, I just don't understand why I haven't picked it up yet. It follows the story of Evelyn Hugo, who was an Hollywood icon back in the 50s, I think, and she enlists the help of a reporter called Monique Grant to write her biography and tell everybody the truth behind her glamorous and sometimes scandalous life as a Hollywood actress. It also tells the story of the 7 husbands that she had along the way and some of the friendships that she developed, her bisexuality, her Cuban heritage. There's just a lot going on in this book that I just really want to get to. And number 2 is The Toll by Neal Shusterman. I am so excited for this book. You have no idea. It's book 3 in the Arc of the Scythe series, and when I read Scythe and when I read Thunderhead, I was blown away by both the books. They were absolutely amazing. Neal Shusterman is a genius, and the world that he's created is just so interesting. It's set in a world where natural death doesn't exist anymore. When people do die, they are just revived in revival centres. The only people that can control death are scythes. They have the privilege to go around gleaning people in order to keep the population in check. And yeah, there's just so much going on in these books that I could just talk about them all day. Just go and read them if you haven't. You are in for a really pleasant surprise, especially because they are books that I never thought I would like. I never thought that I would like Scythe, and I didn't want to give in to the hype, but I am so glad that I did, because oh my gosh, like I just don't know, okay? I don't know where the next book's gonna go. But I can't even talk about it. That's how excited I am for it. So we'll just leave it there. And finally, at number 1 is the book that I am most excited to read this year, and that is Loki, Where Mischief Lies by Mackenzie Lee. This book comes out September the 3rd, and I cannot wait because I will be ripping that book straight off the shelves. I am a massive Marvel nerd, in case you haven't guessed. I know that this book is going to be right up my street, and I absolutely adore Loki, and I can't wait to see more of his character and find out more about his story. It's pre-Avengers, and it follows a young Loki. He's desperate and he's trying to prove himself to people on Asgard that he isn't this up to no good for nothing, mischief making god that everybody seems to think he is. One person, Amora, she's a sorceress, she kind of believes in the good in him. They end up causing some destruction to one of Asgard's most prized possessions, and as a result of that, Odin banishes Amora to Earth and she slowly starts to lose her powers. Loki becomes very anguished about that, he gets really angry about it, he really misses Amora, until Asgardian magic is detected on Earth and is related to a string of murders that happen in London. Odin sends Loki on a quest to find out what exactly is going on. It's set in London, it's set in the 19th century. Everything about this book just sounds so amazing. Apparently it's an official book to the Marvel Universe, so it could be canon. I don't know, but this is 1 in 3 novels that Mackenzie Lee is going to write about characters from the Marvel Universe. I'm intrigued to find out what the other 2 are, but I can't wait for this book, and I know that it's going to be on my TBR next month, and I can't wait to read it, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it once I've read it. Definitely, if you're a Marvel fan, pre-order this book because it's going to be worth your time. I hope. Okay guys, so that was the top 5 books that I am most excited to read. Please let me know if you've read any of the 3 books that are out already. I want to hear your opinions on them. Is it really worth my time? Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for commenting. You've all been really nice so far and I'm feeling the love. I really want to do Top 5 Tuesday regularly. I feel like it's going to be a good little addition to my channel, so let me know if you enjoyed that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.